So hey guys, in a video that I wish that I never had to make because I wish the time never would have came, it unfortunately has. I have some really bad news, which is my boy Caesar has passed away. He's a very special dog that we had for about 13 years. He was about 15 years old when he had passed. He was such an amazing part of mine and my dad's life, along with some friends that had grown really attached to him throughout the years. He was just a dog, so full of personality. He was friendly to people, he was friendly to other animals, sometimes a little bit too much so that other dogs and stuff didn't appreciate it, but he was really just a bundle of love. He wanted to always be in a room with somebody, maybe not necessarily like in their face, but just in their presence. And every day he would greet me at the door. He'd do the same thing. He'd sniff underneath the door, and then he'd go "Arr!" as he stretched out, and he'd wagging his tail. He would never want to go outside before he stopped, and he said hi and greeted me, and he loved my dad. He loved a lot of my friends, and he passed away yesterday, which is probably going to be a different time for whenever this video gets put out, but it was February 24th at 7:09 p.m. He survived a lot. He almost died like 3 or 4 other times in this last year, but he's always been a fighter. The last couple of years, but he's always been a fighter. So much so even the vets have said that they cannot believe how he's managed to bounce back from so much, but he had a lot of health conditions going on. What happened though was it was so sudden that it's a shock. He seemed like he was doing fine, and then one day he just started panting, then he was throwing up, and then we seen blood in his urine, and the time we took him in, he had some kidney infection and it rapidly spread to sepsis. We decided to keep him at home because we wanted him to pass someplace that was comfortable. I mean, we could have hospitalized him, but we knew that that wasn't how we wanted him to go. When it seemed like it was a time, I tried to find some at-home euthanasia places, but unfortunately they were all 2 days or more out, and he had hours left, and he just kept holding on and fighting and fighting and fighting, and he couldn't believe it because he would almost be there and then he would just fight again. And there was a point in which he wasn't conscious. I mean, his eyes were open and stuff, but you could see that he was not conscious anymore. He was not seeing things. He was not hearing things. We laid with him for hours, my dad, myself, and then eventually one of my friends made a 4-hour trek over here to visit him too. And we just laid there and we kept hoping that he would just go and that he would go peacefully, and he just kept fighting. And this dog was such an amazing fighter. Like, he really 15 years old, and he was so strong, and he held on for so long at the end. And finally we said, okay, we're gonna take him in and we're gonna have him put down to the vet, because at this point he's not even conscious and he won't know. And he ended up passing away in my lap in the ride to the vet. The one true thing that I regret is it was a hard way for him to go out at the end, and if I had known that it was going to be that long, if he was going to keep fighting for so long, we would have done that sooner. But it just kept seeming like it was going to pass, that he was going to pass away, and he just kept holding on.
Good boy.
I loved him so much.
Do you
My dad loved him so much. My dad said it's like losing one of his best friends, or his best friend. My other friend has been pretty shaken up about it too.
Yeah? You wanna go for a ride? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
He was one of the very few things that were just purely good in my life.
Why are you going crazy?
Just something that you always knew was good.
So crazy. It's just a ride.
And it's hurt a lot to lose him. But it hurts more the way that he went out, because he did not deserve that. He did not deserve to suffer for so long, and I deeply regret that. We had a private cremation service today. So we got him cremated. Also got this. Hopefully you can see it. It's a paw print. His name on it. It was part of the thing we did at the cremation place. They're called Faithful Companions in Michigan. We had to do this twice in the last year, and both times they've been excellent. So if you have a place you would like to check out at some point, I can recommend them. God, I just miss him a lot already. One of the things I used to do for him is I used to sing him songs a lot. And then he went deaf. And, you know, I would still sing him songs, even though he couldn't hear it. But I enjoyed that. And sometimes, you know, I would lay up against him, and I'd put my like head on his head, and then I would sing him songs, because it's possible, even if he couldn't hear with his ears, that he might be able to hear through bone conduction. I just kind of hoped that. And I made him up a few songs, and I would just sing them for him. On the way to the cremation service today, there was about an hour and 15-minute ride, and I made up one last song to send him off. Even though if I know that, you know, he couldn't hear it anymore because he's gone, it's still just one last thing for him. My dad kept saying about how he wanted to see Caesar's spring coat come in, because Caesar had lost a lot of his hair from his treatments for various things, the steroids and stuff, and my dad just kept saying that he was looking forward to seeing how his summer coat would come in, and he's not going to have that chance now. I'm not sure what I'm going to actually name this song, but I have it set as Winter Song, which is in memory of Caesar, who passed February 24th at 7:09 p.m. 2022. Winter's here, but spring is just around the corner. Wait and see as the green lands bloom. I can't wait for you to be there, and we'll play. Yes, we'll play. You might be old, yet you're still so young now. You might be old, but your spirit's young. You were so good, and you seem so healthy. Even old, you still hung on. You always fought, oh so hard now. You always fought, with will so strong. But it's time to close your eyes and rest now. Drift away, time to sleep. It's been so great to have you in our lives, yeah. It's been so great, but now find peace. We carry on with our hearts full but empty, with love and pain, with love and pain. We got so long, more than we could hope for, yet it was still so short. I only wish with spring around the corner you could have seen the green lands bloom.
I'm gonna put this Lulu some more. I'm gonna put this Lulu. I'm petting this Lulu. Pet her.
It's the last.
I'm petting her. I'm petting her. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm petting her. I'm petting her.
He,
Let me pet her. Oh, I'm gonna pet you now. I'm gonna pet you now. Look at me pet you. Oh, I'm petting
I had done some more songs for him.
And now I'm petting Lulu.
Had
Petting Lulu.
While he was on his way out, again I
Now I'm
just
petting her.
kind of laid on him and I sung it for him.
Let me pet her.
But this is gonna be, at least to me, the last song I ever get to sing to him. Even if he wasn't alive for it.
Who's my doggos, huh? Who's my doggos?
It's been a rough 2 years. It seems like things just keep getting worse and worse at times. Like I said, he was one of the few just really good and pure things, and now he's gone. I loved him so much.
What's that, Caesar? What's that? What's that? Oh. 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 What's that, Caesar?
I know it's just time to say goodbye. And I've said goodbye to him. I said it many times over the about day that he went downhill.
Girlfriend biting you, Caesar.
I hope to God that
Lolo, are you being mean to Caesar?
at least most of what he went through he didn't feel.
Lolo. Are you being mean to Caesar? Are you being mean to
Like I said, he was just unconscious for a lot of it.
Are you
His eyes were open, but you could just say
so
that
mean to Caesar?
he wasn't there.
Look at how good this Lolo doggy is. Look at how good this Lolo dog is.
Caesar was
She's
an
such a
amazing
good
dog.
doggy. She's such a good doggy.
An amazing heart.
She's such a good doggy, Caesar. You see
And I'm
how
gonna miss
good
him
she
every
is?
day.
You see how good she is? Oh, she's such a good doggy.
I really wish that, again, the circumstance never came up where I needed to talk about this, because I wish it never happened, but it has. So, rest in peace, Caesar. I still love you so much. So many other people do. Just rest in peace.
Caesar, do you want to go for a ride? Yeah, is that a yes? Is that a yes? Caesar, speak.